that's side number 2 done. I'm just going to get the wife to help me carry it into the workshop, because unfortunately the rest of this build is going to have to actually take place in the room I'm demolishing. Reason being, there's no way I'm going to get it through the door in one piece. Anyway, it isn't absolutely perfectly true. The two aren't completely identical. If you look here, you can see there's a few millimetres. Let me see if I can get that in for you. There you go, there's a few millimetres at the top. The bottom is absolutely dead on flush. And then if you look at the other side, you've got the reverse. So one of the two frames, one of the two sides is slightly out of true, and I mean really slightly out of true. The two cross braces are, you might see they're slightly different, but that was played for. I had some longer timbers, so the side that's closest to us, the timbers are very slightly longer on the cross bracing. But when I turn these into shelves, one side of the cross bracing is going to be removed, so you won't see it anyway. It's standing on its own. It's a bit skewy. It's a bit twisted like in that direction, because this side has hit that plug. So it's all going to have to come this way a bit. But it's standing on its own. So I might need to put some bracing in the corners on the lowest level to stop it twisting in that direction. Well, I've been having a bit of a think about how I can stop this scaffold from racking. And the only way to do it is to put cross bracing at the base of the tower. I can't have any cross bracing any further up the tower because I've got to slide the platform in and out. What I've decided to do is I'm going to try initially
with a corner joint like this, and looking at that, maybe I should have made that out 50 by 100. That's 50 by 150, and that's a seriously big piece of wood there. I'm not going to notch it in or anything. That is literally just going to be up against the timber, and then I'm going to try holding it in place with some of this, which is M6 threaded bar. Right, well, it's plan B time. Always have a plan B ready. Now, I started measuring it up, and this line here and this line here was where I was going to drill for the M6 threaded bar. But that's about 120 mil, plus I've got about 50 mil down in the piece of wood. So we're talking about 170 mil hole that's got to be pretty damn straight. You know, these two have got to line up. Now, there's no way I've got a wood drill bit that can do 170 mil. So what I've done is measured up instead for screws. I've got some 6x100 screws, which is what I'm going to hold the rails in place with. I've got a ton of them. So this box here shows where I can put screws. Now I reckon I can probably get a good 4 screws in there. Now it's not ideal because it's sort of into end grain. It's not end grain because of course it's cut at 45 degrees to the grain, but that's not as good to screw into as straight into long grain in the side. So putting 4 screws in there is not excessive, but that's the plan at the moment. I'll offer that up, and of course I'll cover this all in glue and cover the rail in glue. I mean, again, the glue's not going to be fantastic because this is a bit end grainy. It's going to suck the glue, so good dose of glue on there before I screw it in. And I've had a little bit of success here. I've got the corner brace in. I've put 2 screws on each side. You can see I haven't even sunk them all the way home yet. I just wanted to see how well it would work, and yeah, that I'd happily jump up and down on that right now. Well, I've worked like an absolute machine, and there you go. There's the first 7 rungs in. That's the whole side done, all glued, screwed, hammered home, fitted, the lot. It's taken an hour to fit that lot, and blimey, I have actually broken sweat. But there you go, it's in, and that frame now is so stiff. It's ridiculously stiff. I've overbuilt this tenfold. I would be happy probably to take this up to 4 meters with this design. Obviously I'd put a stretcher in the middle, but I could build this again on top quite easily, I think. It's you might want an outrigger, but yeah, there you go. So I'm going to try and get the camera set up now so I can capture doing the side nearest to us. There's 5 rungs left to put in there, and if we're lucky tonight I'll be able to climb the scaffold for the first time. the 1 hour challenge complete. That is basically the base of the scaffold now done. I've got the gusset plates to put on, and I've got some joints to fit at the top. I'm also going to buy some wheels because I've come to the conclusion that this is too heavy to lift. I reckon I can probably just about lift one corner or one end, but the wife can't lift the other end. Well, I mean, the good thing is, if I do put wheels on it, then I can probably move it around with a platform in place, because the plan had always been to take the platform out for moving, just to reduce the weight, because I bet you the platform's going to weigh a good 30 or 40 kilos. It's a sheet of 18mm ply that fits in here, plus 4 pieces of 50 by 100, so there's some weight in that. The guardrail system does technically come out, but you'd need, well, unless you're going to completely dismantle it and take the platform out, and always a lot of palaver, it needs to come out the top, so you need some fairly significant height above you to take that out. So the plan there had been for it to normally stay in place.